The Shinomiya family is extremely strict. If my relationship with the president is discovered, I can't even imagine how my family will respond. Our love must remain a secret at all costs. Yes, at all costs.
But I really want to tell someone! I want to proclaim our love to the whole world!
But I mustn't. Only a fool would let her fleeting emotions drive her into risky situations. Kaguya-Shinomiya would never do such a thing.
But I really want to tell someone! I need to share this joy with somebody! Lately, whenever I've tried to talk about it with Hayasaka, some urgent business always comes up. Oh, it's a shame, really. All I want to do is share the latest happy news of my life with her. I need to tell someone.
Shinomiya-san? Is something the matter?
Oh, Kashiwagi-san.
No, it's nothing. Please ask, please ask.
Oh, nothing?
Correct. Nothing at all.
You totally have something you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Shinomiya-san, it just so happens that I have some delicious sweets on me today. Would you like some?
Sweets? Interesting.
Well, I have some excellent tea in the student council room. Care for a cup?
I'd be delighted.
Your sweets are always most delicious, Kashiwagi-san.
And your tea is as perfect as always, Shinomiya-san. So, what did you want to talk about? Tell me.
Whatever do you mean?
The timing can't be a coincidence. There's only one thing this could be about. It's gotta be you-know-what.
You know what?
Jeez! Just spit it out already!
I can't! No way, no way! My family would freak out.
Of course. I'm well aware of your circumstances. After all, I'm the daughter of a company president myself. My grandfather has warned me time and time again just how strict your family can be, and I agree that you should keep your love a secret from those around you. But the two of us have always come to each other for help, haven't we? We've already come this far, so you might as well tell me how things ended up. Plus, I've been keeping you updated, haven't I? I think I've got a right to know.
Well, I suppose you have a point. Circumstances being what they are, I guess I have no choice but to tell you. Here it comes.
Yay!
The president and I can't say it!
She's a stubborn one. Come on. It's already obvious from how you're acting anyways.
But...
Say it.
Well, the president and I have started dating.
Congrats! Since when? Which one of you confessed?
We went on a date the end of last year, and I confessed.
You go, girl! And then, what happened? There was your birthday and everything too, right? Any steamy dates?
That's actually it so far. I had to go home to Kyoto for New Year's.
Oh yeah.
He gave me a present, though.
Really? What was it?
This necklace.
Boys are really into this kind of stuff, huh?
It's actually been adjusted to act like a pendulum that makes one revolution in exactly 1 second. Isn't it romantic?
That's debatable, but good for you. So the next step is kissing, right?
Oh, we've already kissed.
That's right! This is the girl who used tongue on her first kiss, before they even started dating. Sorry, usually people do that after the confession.
Is it really that weird?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are people who do it this way too.
Also, I'm going to visit the president's family.
Visit the family? Isn't it kind of early for that?
Not at all. I want to be accepted as a member of the family as soon as possible. I also need to learn the flavor of their miso soup, so the sooner I visit, the better.
She's already thinking about engagement. What's this? It feels like I'm witnessing the romantic traditions of a foreign country. I've got a bad feeling about this. What base have you and the president gotten to?
What base?
In other words, has he touched your chest yet?
My chest? Heavens, no!
Oh, actually he has.
When?
I'm pretty sure it was last year in April or May.
That's before Tsubasa and I even started dating. What's up with this weird progression? What about sex?
Sex? We've done nothing so indecent. We're different than you two.
The progress of your relationship is already indecent.
I'm sure that eventually... will do it when the time comes. You know?
You say you'll do it when the time comes, but you seem like the type to just do it all of a sudden. For someone as aggressive as she is, Shinomiya-san's got no common sense. She doesn't even know what's normal. She's thrown conventions out the window up until now, and she might do the same for her first time too. If her first time is abnormal, she might end up with weird fetishes for the rest of her life. At this rate, Shinomiya-san might end up becoming an incredibly perverted woman.
Me?
I've got to do something.
The next day.
Shinomiya-san, take this.
What is it?
It's a proper sexual education DVD.
Wait, hold it right.
I borrowed it from my mom's room. This is meant for women, so there's nothing crazy in it. Watch it and study. Plus, the actor is Itetsu Suzuki.
Itetsu Suzuki? I'm confiscating that. That's lewd.
You bet it's lewd. But please, will you let it slide just this once? It's vitally important that Shinomiya-san watch this. Are you prepared to take responsibility for whatever terrible thing happens if she doesn't watch it? You're gonna let her keep it, right? Think before you speak next time.
Oh. Okay.
Today's results. Discipline Committee's loss. Kaguya acquired a lewd DVD.
Oh, hello there, Auntie Shinomiya.
Maki. Shijo-san.
Maki Shijo and Kaguya Shinomiya. Whenever these two interact.
And just what are you doing lurking around here? Up to another one of your dumb schemes, I bet.
I see you're as uncouth as ever.
There's a cold distance between them.
I'm searching for a place where I won't be bothered by nuisances such as yourself.
Huh, who'd have thought that there were any of you branch family rats still left in Japan?
We moved our operations overseas purely for business reasons. We're free to come and go as we please.
What freedom! Every inch of this country is coated in rat poison. You know, dead rats give off the most awful stench when they start to rot.
Shinomiya family versus Shijo family. Their bitter conflict began several decades ago with the Shinomiya scandal. During the economic bubble, the Shinomiya group employed unsavory, self-serving business practices, which led a faction of moderates to object to some of their more inhumane tactics. Conflict escalated, ultimately resulting in casualties, and the moderates were semi-exiled from the Shinomiya group. Those moderates banded together, and they established the Shijo group, taking up the name of those that perished in the conflict. Due to constant interferences from the Shinomiya group in the domestic market, they turned their attentions overseas and swiftly expanded their operations abroad, and are now a highly successful multinational company.
Hey, Papa, can I go play with her?
Maki, stay away from the Shinomiyas.
This rapid growth was fueled entirely by their grudge against the Shinomiyas.
The Shinomiya family is a cancer on Japan. Until they're eradicated, there is no future for this country. That clan is rotten to the core. Ever since everyone with a conscience left, there's nothing left of their principles but dust and decay. They believe they have the right to hurt others. People mean nothing to them. Their hearts are corrupt to the core. Listen well, Maki. War with the Shinomiyas is inevitable. So stay away from that girl.
Papa's scary today. I'm bored. What are you doing?
They said I was a bother and told me to go read in the hallway.
What's the book about?
Wanna read it together?
Stay away from that girl.
I want to be caught dead reading with a Shinomiya. I'm a proud member of the Shijo family. I don't want anything to do with the likes of you.
I see.
In the 10 or so years since then, these two have maintained the same icy distance.
Somewhere you can watch a DVD? Just watch it at home.
I don't have a device for playing DVDs in my room. I'm sure there's one somewhere in the house, but Kashiwagi-san instructed me to watch this by myself.
Nagisa said that? Then why not use a laptop? There's one in the student council room, right?
I don't know how to use it.
Fine. I'll help. What on earth am I doing? Why am I cozying up to a future enemy? I mean, come on. It's just a DVD.
By the way, I heard your family's international division signed a merger with a French bank. This puts the Nichijou group's net worth over $1 trillion. That's quite impressive. You'll be working your way into the domestic market at this rate.
That information wasn't supposed to be public yet. We would have managed that much sooner if it weren't for your family's interference. You've got some nerve.
Actually, I meant it as an honest compliment. It's impressive that you managed such a feat, even with the interference from the Shinomiyas. In terms of assets, the Nichijou group is now on par with the Shinomiya group. During New Year's, the main house did nothing but obsess over how to deal with the Nichijou. Do you really think war is inevitable?
Well, it's been years in the making. The Nichijou have come this far on nothing but their grudge against the Shinomiya.
Maki-san, do you hate me?
The answer is obvious. Do I have to spell it out for you?
Well, I'll make an exception just for today.
Do you hate me?
Yes. I always wished that you would just disappear. I want to be caught dead reading with a Shinomiya. I'm a proud member of the Nichijou family. I don't want anything to do with the likes of you. Well, this scary old woman showed up, so I'll be taking my leave.
She really isn't the least bit cute. I see. Anyway, thank you. I can handle the rest by myself.
I always wished... Hey, Papa! Can I go play with her? What's the DVD about?
Want to watch it together?
Fine. What the heck is this DVD? It's,
She said it was a sexual education video.
What in the world did Nagisa give you?
Maki-san, hush! The man is moving so strangely!
Hey, what's happening? That guy's back is blocking the view!
Maki-san, your head is blocking the view!
Today's results: mutual victory. Last time, Maki and Kaguya watched an adult DVD together. Sex! It's one of humanity's 3 basic desires, along with food and sleep. While it is a fundamental pillar of human life, our society prefers to shroud it in secrecy. Though it may be considered immoral and crass, sex is a topic that cannot be avoided in a tale of romance. In this moment, Kaguya realized that entering a relationship meant she was about to go down a road that would inevitably lead to having sex.
How lewd! They were totally naked, and they just...
I see. This is the first time I've seen such a video. So this is sex.
Hey, could you quit saying the S-word? We are proper young ladies after all. Can't you be a little more delicate? Why don't we call it intercourse?
That sounds much more suggestive to me, but alright.
This is so gross. Why would people ever do something like that? It's utterly repulsive. I suppose you'll end up doing stuff like this with Miyuki, won't you, Auntie?
What's the president got to do with anything?
I mean, the 2 of you are dating, aren't you? It's obvious looking at you guys.
No. What?
I've known you were into him for ages. You've hardly taken your eyes off him since fall of freshman year. I'm surprised that you managed to fall in love like a normal adult. I thought hell would freeze over before you learned to trust another person. I had honestly given up all hope.
You should have said something if you knew.
Why? It's not like I'm obligated to do so. To think that the same Kaguya Shinomiya is now wondering whether or not she'll have intercourse with the boy she likes. Well, I don't think Miyuki's the type to rush things, so it should be fine.
I'm not so sure. Men are animals, fueled only by their lust. That's what Hayasaka told me.
I said that? Has she even had a boyfriend before?
Oh, don't mention that around her. It's a touchy subject. She doesn't have the time to find a boyfriend. So I've been trying to tell her all about what it's like to be a real couple since I'm sure she's curious.
You might be doing more harm than good. Men are animals fueled only by their lust, huh? So what would you do if Miyuki came on to you?
I think it's still too soon. But if he wanted to do it and I refused...
So, in don't actually like me then. That must be why you don't want to do it.
No, that's not...
I'm afraid he'd hate me for it. I think I would go along with it for that reason alone. The one who falls in love first loses. Those words are etched into my brain.
The next day.
Hey, you animals! Are you really that desperate for intercourse with girls?
Huh? What?
If you can't control your lust and make a girl cry, I'll make you pay!
What are you even talking about?
You boys are animals fueled by lust! You can't fool me!
Once again, she's going on about something weird. Oh, are you talking about gender politics? Like the sexual exploitation and objectification of women?
No! I'm not talking about sensitive topics like those! I'm just saying that it bothers me!
I'll take this one, President. Listen up, Tsundere-senpai. Most guys are pervs.
You could have phrased that a little better, Ishigami.
Nah, you've got to be as clear as possible with sheltered types like this one. Guys get excited over boobs and panties and stuff. If they find a lewd book lying around, they'll read it. That's just how men are.
So men are really all about lust? You're the enemy of women!
That being said, virgins are safe!
Virgins are safe?
It's like this. Men are lewd creatures. This world is full of men who want nothing more than a little action. However, almost none of them are virgins. Think of it this way. Imagine a guy, and everyone's been telling him about this great restaurant. But from the outside, it looks really shabby and run down. At first glance, he might think it's no place for kids, so he hesitates to enter. But once he actually goes in, he realizes it's actually pretty cozy, and feels right at home. Next time, he'll walk right on in, no hesitation. Then he finds he's developed a taste for it, and winds up going to all sorts of similar places. That's how playboys are made. You follow?
Well, there certainly are guys like that, I guess.
At the end of the day, sex is no different from cigarettes or alcohol. It's easier to do it again after you've tried it once. But guess what? There's no way someone who's never smoked a single cigarette will end up with nicotine addiction. So there's no way someone who's never had sex can be addicted to sex, right? Playboys go around shamelessly picking up as many girls as they can, making the rest of us look bad. Then us virgins have to deal with that terrible reputation. Just because we're men doesn't mean we're all that way.
And there he goes again, getting all worked up.
But if you smoke, you'll die young.
Look, you said sex too many times and broke her.
Okay, let me pose an analogy of my own.
Go for it.
In a faraway country, a mafioso is helping a girl escape from a certain organization.
Go, it's safe this way.
Okay, what about you?
I'll be right behind you. Now that I'm done babysitting, I can finally have a smoke. Damn, guess it's been too long since I've had one. Can't taste it at all. Maybe now I can finally quit.
In conclusion, you'll die young if you smoke. It's bad.
How is that the moral of this story?
I'm begging you, please get a hold of yourself.
Well, anyway, for virgins like us, the fear of intercourse far outweighs our lust. We're relatively safe creatures, so you can rest easy.
Really? Well, I guess that is a little reassuring.
Looking at it another way, it also means that it's far easier to steal away a non-virgin from another girl.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
There are companies who specialize in breaking up couples by taking advantage of this fact.
I smell the sweet scent of love in the air. My romance radar is off the charts. Love Detective Chica is back at it again. Who is it? Who is it? Who's fallen madly in love?
Me.
Shijo-san.
There's someone I like, but he's already dating someone.
Oh dear.
So, I was just asking everyone whether I should try to steal him away.
I see.
First, I'd need to seduce him. All it takes is one night, one mistake, and I can show his girlfriend proof, and she'd break up with him, right?
Then you'd be free to pick up the relationship where they left off. It's certainly the most efficient way to do it, if we put aside morality for a moment.
I'd do it if I were you. If you're really in love, you should want him bad enough to steal him away. Opportunities don't come to women who act pure.
What do you think?
I see.
Well, that's only one option, though.
Yeah, you should use it as a last resort. Dealing with lust is very difficult. There are no easy answers when morals and desires clash. However, for Shirogane, This was the first time he realized that relationships and the issue of sex were inseparable.
I didn't hear anything.
Today's result, Fujiwara's loss. Getting caught up in schemes of adultery and cheating is relatively common.